Okay, for some reason Copart is saying that I don't have a required license. Why is this thing salvaged? I don't think it's the one I bought. Even the lot number is not correct. The question is, do I call Copart and ask?
This is not my least favorite of your purchases.
Oh!
Get it off there.
$10? No way. $15. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, today is a very exciting day. Reason one is because our RV is supposed to get delivered. Reason two is that there's an auction coming up. This thing right here. So obviously this would be a potential parts car. It's perfect in every way except for the fact that it's not the right color. It's white, but it's mechanically damaged and it has 43,000 miles. That is crazy. Basically, it's a great candidate, and honestly, it's probably gonna be a shame using this car for parts because it's just too nice. But first of all, we're gonna try and find out what the mechanical damage is. I'm not sure what would total it. It probably has a locked up motor, but obviously we won't know until we get the car. And we also won't get the car until we bid on it, and we have no idea how much it's gonna go for. Okay, for some reason Copart is saying that I don't have a required license to bid on this. This is very, very bad. We have no time for this. Why can we not bid on it? Okay, we have an hour and a half to figure this out. So I googled Copart state licensing requirements, and we go to this first link here, and then that car is in Michigan for salvage. I have to have a bid card for Michigan? No. Oh, that is so bad. That is very, very bad. Okay, so turns out that for Michigan, in order to buy a salvage vehicle, you need a Michigan's bid card. I have a Wisconsin bid card, which is not enough to bid on cars, salvage cars in Michigan. Now, that is obviously very bad news, but the good part is that there's probably going to be a very limited amount of people bidding on this. So I just have to figure out a way to bid on it. And that can happen through these Copart brokers, which is going to cost me $200. Not too bad. Okay, so I did get in touch with this company, Advance Motors. They're a dealer in Michigan, I think, and we have to create an account with them very, very quickly. So we're going to try doing that. They said they can get me going within half an hour, which gives us enough time, but that is assuming that they can actually do that so quickly. Okay, with the account created, I just have to give them a $600 deposit. Not a big fan of that, but we don't really have a choice, do we? Okay, the payment has been made. With that done, I just have to wait for them to send me an email with my credentials, and that gives me access to the Copart account, to their Copart account, allowing me to bid on stuff myself. I think that's how this works. I just really hope that the RV delivery driver is not going to be calling me while I'm doing this, because this is gonna suck. There's gonna be too many things going on at once. There's a bunch of stuff that we have to read here, but I don't have the time for that, so we're just gonna assume that we know what we're doing. A lot of it is just little disclaimers on how Copart bids work and stuff like that. So here we have a different user ID, and then we have to create a new password. There's some bad news, and I just realized this. This broker charges significantly more than Copart advertises. So we're currently looking at $450 just in broker fees, on top of the Copart fees, on top of the delivery, on top of the price of the actual car. And that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, they advertise it at a $200 transaction fee. And then when you actually sign up and give them the deposit, they will send you an email with all the Copart fees and like general information listed, as well as their fees, which add up to pretty much $450, more than twice of the advertised rate. But in reality, all that means is that I just have to decrease my maximum bid for the car. Here's my very advanced calculations. The most I'm willing to spend on this car is $4,500, meaning that we will be paying approximately $500 to the broker, minus $600 for delivery, minus $800 for Copart fees. That means that the most we can bid is $2,600, which is less than I bought my crashed car for. Now, like I said, there's probably gonna be less people bidding on this car because, as you can see, bidding in Michigan for salvage cars is pretty hard. And potentially not a lot of people are going to be doing that, which is good, I suppose, but I am paying $500 for the ability to bid on this. All right, I will see you in 27 minutes. In the meantime, we gotta make space for the RV, and I think we're gonna put that right here. which is gonna look absolutely ridiculous, but I don't really have a choice. But I do have a friend who offered me to store the RV on their property, so I'm probably gonna be doing that if I decide to keep this thing and not sell it right away. This was also a Copart purchase, by the way. And yeah, this thing is not looking so hot nowadays. What I am noticing though with Michigan is that probably because of how severe their salvage titles are, a lot of things don't get totaled. I mean, look at this 2017 GTI. That is more than enough to total this thing in practically any state. Look at that. It's definitely more than enough to total this thing, and they didn't. It has a clean title. And I've seen this many times in Michigan before and never realized why. Which begs the question, why is this thing salvaged? What insurance decided to mechanically salvage this car? Well, actually, I do know what insurance. It was Bristol West Insurance. We're currently at $2,100. Michigan is doing something. Yeah, no, this is not okay. Look at that. Like, that could not have been a clean title car. Okay, we're up. New bidder. Oh my God, $2,350, $2,400. I'm not even bidding. $2,450, $2,500. $2,550, $2,600. Yep, we're past our budget. And it keeps freaking going. And I'm not saying that this car is not worth it. If it wasn't for the broker fees, I probably would have still gone. That is disappointing, but it makes sense. I'm so pissed at myself for not buying that A4 that was in DC for $1,600. Would buy it now. I really should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. Sold on approval. $4,200, and that did not even meet the reserve. And this is not the first car I missed out on. There were multiple auctions that I was trying to get, like this S4 with the damages on the other side, like this A4, which ended up going for even more than I paid for my S4 or the previous S4. At $4,300 for an A4 is crazy, but that's what's happening. And then we have another S4 right here, which ended up going for more than I'm willing to spend once again, because I have to factor in my delivery costs, and usually that is a big chunk of our costs. Now I still have a couple more options that I have in my watch list, but none of them are coming up anytime soon. Sorry guys, I wish I had more S4 content for you, but I just don't. So I was totally expecting the towing company to have the RV on a flatbed, but I guess because of how big it is, that would have required a full-on semi-truck, and they actually managed to bring it over. Don't know what that sound was. They managed to bring it over by just actually bumper towing it, which is great because it means that our axles, our bearings, our tires and wheels are all in good shape, and this thing is totally roadworthy. We are being joined by the missus. Backing in and everything. So, first impressions.
Which one, the right or the left?
The right. It is humongous. Second, I don't think it's the right one. I don't think it's the one I bought. It is not the same one, and even the lot number is not correct.
Yeah, like this one has pink and blue stripes on the side, and this one has green and
yeah, this thing is significantly newer than that.
Because it has the like one corner, the back.
Yeah, and the back was messed up. This one is not messed up. So it's definitely not the same one I bought.
What are they gonna do?
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you scared about going in?
No, I just don't know how to get the steps down in it.
Oh, there we go. He got it.
Ooh.
She, in fact, does not got it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You didn't have the steps out all the way.
Oh.
I almost busted my shit.
It's the lack of ceiling.
Well, that's the damage. I saw that the sticker, the Copart sticker says roof damage on it. And that's probably...
There's no animals.
Animals, yes. That would not be good. But, I mean, this thing has probably been in Copart lot for a long time. So, I think whatever animals were in here, they already died from starvation.
Oh.
This entire thing is supposed to be able to slide out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
This is definitely a lot more salvageable now.
Yeah. For sure,
I mean, this thing freaking sleeps like 15 people. This is insane.
You are so optimistic. 15. 1,
4.
2, 3, 4, and then the bed.
This, I'm sure, this table, I'm positive there's got to be a way to turn it into a bed.
I'm not optimistic about that.
And then this is a bed. So
5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm pretty sure.
Okay, 9.
10. Oh, did I say 15?
Yeah.
I did say 15.
Oh,
Some dead flies, that's to be expected. I mean, I don't see that much water intrusion. Yeah, I mean, this wood is moldy, but it's not like it's destroyed. It's not all like soaked. This looks pretty bad. And this floor here is not too good looking. Probably water getting in there too.
Well, I feel like then all of the roof probably.
I just don't know what to do with the fact that they sent me the wrong one. I mean, I could reach out. I feel like for them, it's not even worth like swapping them and
Also,
having.
the fact that it was like $150 bid.
Exactly. Like a $15 bid, excuse me. No, I just feel like they would have to pay for towing this back and bringing the new one back. That's going to be $150 because I paid $70 for getting this here. I feel like
As long as they
not,
weren't listing this for like exponentially more.
Well, they list, it's all auctions, so they don't
Yeah.
know what it was going to sell for.
Yeah, unless it did.
Unless it
sell.
already did sell for
Yeah.
more. Let's look up the lot number. So based on this screenshot I just pulled up, this thing sold, but the sale date is 11/16/2023. So November of 23, and the lot number is correct.
Yeah, that's it.
I wonder if whoever won that got my trailer
Way
back in
when?
November, and I got theirs.
What are the odds? Really? Nobody checks it has like a barcode. You're telling me no?
I think it was just a transporter's mistake, but yeah, I don't know how that happened. And I also have no idea whether or not I should say something. Because this thing, honestly, is way more salvageable than the other one, and this one makes me want to turn it.
Retail values like
10 grand.
10 grand.
Yeah. And it makes me want to actually turn it into an RV
I know, like that seems
or
a
keep
lot
it an
more
RV.
manageable.
But we have no title. And this one is junked as well. I think I could probably just still have it as a
like a build.
home-built RV. I feel like that's a possibility. Or just throw fake plates on it. I never said that. But yeah, so this whole thing.
Yeah, there's a button inside that says glide in and glide out. So you
Okay,
can put this,
so we must have.
if you're hooked to power,
Yeah.
it can extend out.
And then here's our 125 volt. Interesting. Okay, so I don't have one of those plugs. And then it has jacks. Isn't this exciting? And best part, I thought this thing was going to be on a flatbed.
Did it get towed by a truck?
It was a tow truck, but he towed it. So it made it here from the auction
Yeah.
on its own wheels. Yeah, I was afraid that it was not gonna make it home or make it to the shop, and that's why I didn't pick it up myself. All right, let's see what that roof looks like. Okay, I'm gonna step on here.
Never felt this excited before.
Lies. But no, the roof looks okay. It generally
Yeah.
looks like just very regular
There's no gaping holes.
wear and tear.
in the wind.
There is no gaping.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm excited
No,
about. There's
this
no
is dope.
actual damage. It
This
just
is
got
dope.
right. It was $200.
No, it's dope. Can't you tell? I'm so excited. This is not my least favorite of your purchases.
There we go. Now we're talking.
I've definitely been less enthused from other purchases.
Let's see if we can find anything fun. Ooh, there's an actual crawl space in here. I mean,
Well, it's like storage. There are
Yeah.
like suitcases and stuff.
we got some speakers. Now, where the f- am I gonna store it?
An RV?
I have an RV, an unregistered illegal RV.
This is gonna be such an ordeal.
So I generally don't know where I'm gonna store it
That's what I'm saying.
because these two spots are not mine.
Looks like it's going flat a little bit.
I mean, I don't think anyone ever filled it up, and it's been sitting for months, and the tires actually are good. The frame, spectacular. Bunch of lines that I don't know what I'm supposed to do with. And this thing is supposed to cover the propane tanks. So the propane tanks, because you don't really want them inside, they get mounted over here, and that's where that cover would go. And then this is where you hook up your gas.
Cooking with gas.
Cooking with gas. And then this is where your battery would go. And that's what would give us power. I wonder if that freaking thing works. Should we test it right now?
Do you have a battery?
I sure do have a battery.
I'd be intrigued.
I just don't know if this is the right battery. I don't know if
We'll find
RVs
out.
use 12 volts. Probably. It's got to be because I think it charges
12
from...
volt systems are standards for RVs.
Perfect.
What are you using that for?
I'm just using this to clamp them on.
Oh.
There we go. We got a spark. There might be blown fuses. No lights?
Oh, I didn't even try the lights. There are no bulbs.
Oh, no bulbs. Bulbs have been removed. We get no bulbs. What is there? Oh, what were you saying that? Glide
This.
out? Oh, okay.
Glide room, in, out.
And nothing
out.
happens?
No.
I mean, the fact that we're missing bulbs definitely means something bad. As if somebody like was removing things, but
Well,
I mean, there's a million things you could remove that are more valuable than bulbs. So, no, we have a light. We have a light.
this is so cool. Okay.
Should we check our AC?
Oh. The underwhelming.
Nothing. AC in it. But I also wouldn't be too surprised if we were just not getting power. I imagine, or not getting enough power. That little accumulator is not
I
enough.
cannot imagine that
Yeah,
can power
that
an
little
RV.
battery, exactly.
But-
And we have cabinets, functioning cabinets. Look at that.
Gotta take the wins where you get them. It's this like random paneling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming something was there before and it broke, and this is what they replaced it with.
Yeah.
Or it was probably this ugly wallpaper-ish
Yeah.
thing.
Exit. The window.
The window.
Exit the window.
Music, some entertainment. Aha! It turned on. We probably are
But
missing
are
speakers.
there any? Yeah, I'm like, are there speakers?
I mean, we saw some speakers in the
Yeah.
little storage thing. Oh!
Get it off there.
Oh!
Shut the f- up.
Wild!
Bro, imagine it just falls off.
Wild! Oh my god! It works!
Wow.
I just hope that it goes back in.
And come inside and see it now that there's
Yeah,
room
actual
where I
room.
can walk through and not be bombarded.
Fantastic.
Sh-
There's a bathroom. Yeah, that's something we should have checked probably.
I think it's just wood and curtains.
Yeah.
I was like, just kidding.
What'd you think it was?
It looked like a body.
Oh, a body.
If I was gonna hide a body, I'd hide it in a Copart van.
Nice.
Crazy.
Probably turn off our radio. Don't want that going. Entertaining the ghosts.
Wow.
Microwave.
Light.
Light.
Count it as a win.
Microwave.
This is great.
That on its own is worth what I paid for this thing. Probably not.
Microwave? I'm like, I don't know.
Probably not, but... Oh, this is for tanks, some sort of pumps.
Battery.
Gray water. Black
fresh.
water is probably fresh water. Yeah, I don't know. This is
Who the
definitely water.
f- has black water?
So I know that they call it gray water in RVs when it's like your shower water or something.
Oh, like-
And then black water, I'm assuming is poop water. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about this, because I don't, obviously. First time homeowners.
If we ever couldn't make rent,
There we
could crash
go.
here.
We are covered. The question is, do I call Copart and ask they want it back?
Sit on it for a minute.
I mean, that would be the decent thing to do, but
it
no, it's
24
just literally in
hours.
such a better
Well,
shape.
and it's sus that the other one sold in 2023.
I agree.
Like this sold in 2023, November,
Yeah.
like 6 or 8 months ago.
I did end up calling Copart the next day and inquired about what's going on, and they looked into it and they said that this is actually the correct RV. This is the 2006 Forest River, Wildwood, whatever. So the make and model were correct as well as the year. However, they just had incorrect pictures on the listing, as well as the lot number sticker was incorrect too somehow. Average target on $200.
True. Scary. 2 types of people.
Okay, now that KJ is gone, let's do some sketchy things. For one, I need to try and bend this. Yeah, no, there's no saving this. Right? Oh, never mind, it's actually coming out. There's a gaping hole inside of the jack, but you know, that's normal. Yeah, no, this thing is not doing anything. Okay, well, I should be buying a parts car for the S4, not a freaking RV, but I bought an RV and honestly, $200 well spent. I think I am too honest to just keep it and not say anything to Copart. I am probably going to call them and see what they want to do. I really don't think they would want this thing back because, I mean, like I mentioned to Kira, it would cost them like $150 to bring this one back to Copart and then bring mine back here. Something is not right considering the fact that this thing sold in November of 23. I imagine somebody got my RV delivered to them back in November, didn't say anything, and Copart never realized. That is the only thing that makes sense to me that would explain this. Either way, things are looking pretty functional. The problem is that we have a junk title, and that means that I can't register it, I can't title it, I can't rebuild it because rebuild titles can only be done from a salvage title, not a junk title. And I mean, this would definitely make a good car trailer frame, I think. It's a bit too long, but it is definitely too long. Yeah, I don't know. I looked it up and this thing is 35 feet with a tongue, and car trailers are usually around 20. In all honesty, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it, and that pretty much sums up the story of my life. And I'm so very glad that you are joining it, and I hope you're finding it entertaining, and if you are, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next week's video. This is the property line, and as you can see, we're a tiny bit past that. Ah, perfect. Let's see if the air suspension can pick this up. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, I think this is as far as it goes, and obviously this thing is still on the jack, so mission successfully failed. Hop on in for the ride. I've also never freaking moved anything this big in my life. I've towed car trailers, but this thing is freaking humongous, and I have zero idea if I can actually park this thing in that little space. Let's go, RV. Nice and slow. Oh my God, it is so big. There's no way that the one I bid on was this big. I mean, I could be wrong, but oh my God. I can't see. Okay, I think I'll do it. Oh, like a glove.